Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Liz and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last episode, we were working on this stuff over here. We were automating wither skeletons because we needed a lot of nether stars, and this system works really well. I'm actually really happy with it. Occasionally the skeletons get stuck a little bit, especially when they see me. But, I mean, I could just put a block here. They might not see me, but it's not that big of a deal. Something else, I don't even know. It doesn't matter, but it's one of those things that if I'm over here, they might see me and start shooting, and that can cause issues because they're going to be attacking each other and whatnot. But, all in all, it works really, really well. That means I had the pleasure of killing 16 withers. So I have 16 nether stars now, and we can start working towards getting the thing that I wanted. So something like this gives us the crystal matrix ingots, which, can I scan these? Oh, I can. Wow. Those are actually pretty good. And then we wrap this around and get the dire crafting table. So this is something that we've needed for a while in order to start making, in order to start making all of the creative items. So what we can go ahead and do is I think we're just gonna break this dirt and fly out of there because you get stuck. And we're gonna put that right there. Cool. And that means we can start working towards, we can actually just break, we won't break this guy, but we can start working towards getting all of the stuff together. So this is the dire crafting table. It is basically just a 9x9. If you know who Direwolf is, you know that he loves 9x9. So that's why it's called that. Actually, it's not 9x9, is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a 9x9. So we can use this to start making the creative energy cells, and it does keep everything in there, so we can just start filling this up as we go, and I think it's something like that. Yep. Okay, so we need a lot more of these resonant energy cell frames full. We need, like, let's see, we have 5, we're gonna need 16, so we need 11 more. Can we tell the system how to craft that? Sure, but we're missing ender pearls. Alrighty then. So ender pearls are starting to become a problem. Gonna have to think about that one for a little bit, just kind of how I want to deal with that. We could make an Enderman farm in the end. Let's see. Let's go there real quick. And yeah, we could easily make a farm here. The problem is going to be sending things back. God, it's so dark here. But that is something we could definitely do. We might start doing that, not this episode, not this episode, we'll do it another time, but the problem is, we'll need, let's see, we can get rid of the dire crafting table. We only need one of those. I don't plan on making any more for this series, because there's not really a reason. So in order to get these stuff back, we need an ender chest, or something similar, and that's a little nasty. We could get a interdimensional, it's just called a dimensional transceiver, which is not, it's not that easy. It's not terrible, but we need 2 of those. We need 2 of either ones that we do. And so the ender chest might be a little bit better. Let's see, where is it? There. Because we would get 8 of these, so we could make potentially pretty easily, actually, we could make 4 of these. Actually, no, we can make 4 sets. So that's a possibility. Something else that we could look at. It's called a B. It's a barrel upgrade. It is not void. B space, which you need an ender chest for. Never mind. Okay. So yeah, we might end up making an ender chest. That might not be bad. But we're gonna need more ender pearls. That's for sure. But that's not what we're gonna do today. Today I want to start working on some Thaumcraft stuff and some more magic stuff, and we'll get to more farming and getting more automation up and running probably next time. So first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead. I've scanned this. Why do we not have that research then? Alright, so there is research that we're missing. There is the infusion enhanced enchantments that we don't have access to, and I don't know how to get that. And it's got to be somewhere in the main game, and it's got to be something we missed scanning. I swore that we had to scan an enchanting table, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Let's see. There's nothing there. Artifice is the only thing where we're missing stuff, because this is how we unlock some other better stuff. So Eldritch, we've only had the Eldritch Epiphany. Maybe we need to have the other one. So what we're going to get started doing today with Thaumcraft is I want to connect Thaumcraft to our Applied Energistics system. And that is going to require a little bit of work. So what we need to do is we need to look at Thaumic Energistics and the things that we want to have. I think the first thing I want to start working towards is the infusion provider, and then we also need the Digistorage. So Digiscentia, this stuff is not too bad. We're gonna need some annihilation cores and all that, but I realize we're gonna want my jetpack stopped making noise, by the way. We're gonna want ME cable times like 100, because we've got a decent way to go. We're also gonna want cores. Just make like 10 of each of these. And how many? Okay, so we have all 4. So let's see, we're also gonna want probably more interfaces, but for right now it doesn't really matter. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a wire all the way over there, and so in order to do that we're gonna probably move this wire just so it's a little bit easier, but that will give us a couple of different things. So do we have any? We have all 100, so we can start wiring stuff up. So let's connect this, and if we ever want to actually we're gonna have to do it. So there's 2 different ways you can prevent things from connecting, and I think we're gonna use the cable anchors, which our system does not know how to make. They're pretty easy to make. Cable anchors are just usually not networking cable, cable anchor. It's just a piece of metal with a cutting knife, which is easy enough. So we're going to get a few of those. And what this does is it allows you to... Alright. Why isn't that working? So we put this here. And we do that. And that way they don't connect. We're going to need another one here. And let's see, we're gonna need yet another one here. The other option is painting. You can paint the cables, and that way they won't connect either. So let's actually grab some smart cable. Let's grab 2 pieces of that, and we're gonna reconnect this stuff. So all right, let's get the smart cable. And is it crafting anything currently? No. So what we'll do is we'll break this guy and we'll break this guy. So if we just put smart cable here, it will say that it's 5 or 6 channels, 8 channels. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks about right. Actually, one of these doesn't have a channel, does it? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh. That's not good. So that's not complaining. That one's not complaining. We have access to all this stuff, so device online, device online. So something is giving us more channels than we should have. Alright, so let's do this. Let's grab some paint. Let's see, if we want to make these different colors, we'll need some sort of dye, and what we'll do is we'll just do this. We'll have a blue line, and this will be just for crafting. So this way we can put stuff next to each other if they are different colors. So we'll need another color. See, I think white would work. We'll get like that, and let's just grab the rest of the ME cables. So yeah, dealing with all this stuff is always fun. So we're gonna disconnect everything, and I think what we'll do is if we just make this one blue and we get rid of all this, we can work on basically making enough different colors so that nothing really has an issue. And we can just make a couple of different colors, and honestly we can just use red and blue. So let's see, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do blue, blue, or rather white and blue, white. So these guys are going to need to come off, and we're just going to rewire stuff so that we can get our ME system down to the Thaumcraft area. It's a decently long way, but we'll get there. So white and blue. So this can't be blue, this has got to be white. That's fine. And then blues. And just so I don't have to waste blues, we're gonna also use just the normal cables whenever we can. Because it doesn't really matter. It will connect nonetheless, so we just do this. And that should reconnect all this stuff. So this stuff should come back online here in a second. And there we go. So we just drop these down, and we'll have auto crafting back online. So this is a pretty simple way to do this. Now we can also turn the smart cables into the different colors, and I think I'd like to do that. So unfortunately, it requires a lot unless we get I believe it's paintballs, and I don't remember how to use this. Oh, we've got it. Okay, never mind. We're gonna just make some more smart cable. Let's make 22. And then while we're down here, let's get a terminal. So we're gonna need a just a standard crafting terminal. One of these. So we are missing this guy. So we get that. We need a processor. Let's make like 10 of those. And we should be good. So smart cables. We're going to need a piece of lapis. We're going to need a piece of bone meal, and then we'll just leave the last one as it is in case we ever want to do anything else. Wait, wrong way. So that is kind of the plan. Let's get the smart cables. You know, it might be crafting, so don't break the blue line yet. Let's break that and give it a white line. And we'll also need to break this one and give it a white line so that this blue can go around. And we'll do this and then run it straight across. And we'll head over. And this will give us 8 channels over here for a couple of different things. So first of all, we're gonna have channels for if we want to hook up Botania or anything like that. We can deal with that pretty easily. And we only have 7 more, so we'll have to go get more. That's fine. But a nice long line of glass cable. We'll have to do that regardless, so it doesn't really matter. But let's go ahead and get smart cables for these as well, just so we can keep track of our channels and we don't have any issues. So with that taken care of, we should be able to make the crafting terminal, and then we can use that to make that. And let's see, we'll need some Emmy glass cable. Let's get 100 more of that. We're missing Certus quartz dust and nether quartz. Certus quartz dust, I'm not surprised. You only have 3. Are we not getting this from sifting? I don't remember. No. Okay. So we just need to take a couple stacks of this and throw it in the sag mill. So that will do its thing. We also need some nether quartz, so we need soul sand, and that is easy enough as well. One of these days we're going to automate soul sand so that we get a ton of it. We're going to add it to the main system as well, so that we can sift it and all that kind of fun stuff. But for now, we'll just throw it in here. We'll get some more nether quartz momentarily. So let's go ahead and just, let's see, let's make like 50. That should be more than enough cable. Can we make 50? We can once we put this stuff in there. So we'll get Thaumcraft hooked up to the system so that we can see everything, and then we'll start working on getting the arcane crafting terminal, which is going to be really nice. It's not that hard to get, so we just need another ME terminal. I think we can do that. And then we're going to need some drives, which I never taught the system how to make. Let's teach the system how to make an ME drive. So ME drive. We're just going to make a couple of those for right now, so it's not that big of a deal. But how are we with the ME cables? We have all of it. Alright, don't need the cable anchors. That we'll need some other stuff, but we'll get it once we get down there. So let's see, what else can we go ahead and do? We are going to need just like 2 drives. That should be more than enough, and we'll get those when we go over here. So let's just fly very quickly. We do need to be careful about how quickly we fly sometimes, but where do we want this? I think I want the terminal right over here. So we'll do this. That'll be nice and easy. It's convenient enough so we don't have to really make another one for Botania and Blood Magic and all that kind of fun stuff. We can just kind of come over here and do our thing. So we're going to want the crafting terminal right here. And did I ever make like cable facades or anything like that? Nah. Alright, just wondered. I don't believe they're... I think we can make them actually. Let's see, these are large cobblestone. I think it's like this with cable anchors on all sides. Yeah. So now we can make it look a little bit nice. Nope. We can make it look a little bit nicer. And we'll do the same over here. Just to kind of clean up the thing. So there we go. We give this a second and the device will come online. And then we're going to need a crafting table. Just one of these. Can we uncompress? Yes, we can. And I believe, isn't it just this with a... No. Oh, it's just a table. I think. It's been a while since I made the arcane crafting table. I think it's just a table. Which... do we have? Let's see. Table. Can we get one of these? This is... yeah, I believe the arcane crafting table is just... okay, we need living wood. Is just the table smacked with a wand. So... there is that. I need to automate living wood or something one of these days. Alright. And... actually doesn't matter because we're going to pick it up. Cool. So with this taken care of, we can go ahead and make the... let's see, it's the calculation processor I believe we'll need. And we come over here. So arcane crafting table, this guy and that. Put that in there. Let's go ahead and grab our armor. And there is the arcane crafting terminal. So this guy, we're going to need something like this. So this guy will go here. And he'll come online here soon. I don't know what is going on. There we go. Okay, so what this allows us to do is basically, we don't need this armor stand anymore. And we technically don't need this guy anymore. I could have used him, but whatever. We've researched him. Is there anything else that he's used for? Thaumic Replicator? I have no idea what that does. So not really, but whatever. So we can throw that in there, and that in there, that in there. And what this allows us to do is our arcane crafting with the ME system. We can automate it eventually if we want to. I don't know if we are. It's kind of one of those things that might be useful, but might not be. Something else, by the way, let's go ahead and get some researches done, because if we do is Kami unlocked. We're missing the Mask of Grinning Devil, Mask of Angry Ghost, Mask of Sipping, Helm Goggles, so that is all Fortress Armor. Infusion Enchantment is what we need to get that, and what's the last thing? The Pounce, which is a research in here, I believe? No. Also, what does this Thaumic Replicator do? Replicate simple building blocks using Essentia. Oh, cool. So Thaumic Tinkery. Pounce. We need Ordo. We just need a little bit of Ordo. You know, crafting tables are great for that kind of stuff. So let's throw these in here. And we'll try to get the Ordo. But the next thing that I want to make, so let's get the ME drives. And we're going to put these here and here. And then we need an Essentia. We need Essentia stuff. So first thing we're going to get is the Essentia Terminal, which requires diffusion and coalescence core and a lot of stuff. So can we make that if we grab our shards? And honestly, we're going to grab all this stuff and we're going to throw it in here. So with this taken care of, where is my gold one? Can we get this now? So diffusion core, wrong shard. We need the, let's see, coalescence core we should be able to make. There's one. We're going to need entropy shards, so that requires TNT. So do we have much TNT? No. We should probably teach the system how to make that. That might be a good idea. So what we're going to do, actually we only need one of these drives. And I think, actually the best place for this might be right here. Put that down, it'll reconnect here in a second. And we can put this stuff in there. There we go. Alright, so with that taken care of, let's go teach the system how to make TNT. And that'll allow us to get plenty of entropy shards, which are used a lot in this for basically getting all the stuff you need. So do that and TNT. Let's craft 100 of those. Perfect. That'll take a little bit of time, but we'll get our first little bit and then we can honestly just grab it. We'll grab a hammer. We'll use a better hammer than that. And yeah, we're gonna need a lot of shards. So just do that and we're good. Cool. So something we could actually, I have an idea for how to do that. That's an idea. We might do something next episode with that. So if we look at, actually, let's get the cores. Let's get like 4 of these right now. And then we will get 4 of the other kind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So with that, we should be able to get a little bit closer to this guy. So we need a V filter. We need silverwood, which I don't think we ever got a silverwood sapling. Yeah, we don't have silverwood. So that's something we're gonna want to grab. I don't have great wood either. Yeah, we're gonna want both of those. Is this just a... No, we have great wood. But there is another way to get V filters, like so. So there's one, and that's all we're gonna need for this. So we just need to do that, and there is the Essentia terminal. Now this is completely useless to us as of right now. We're gonna fix that. So next thing we need to do is we need to grab some sort of storage. It doesn't really matter which one. The 1Ks work just fine. So in order to get this, we need something like that. Let's grab just a 1K storage, and that's all we can make for right now. And then we just put that into the housing. We get some warded glass, and there is the 1K Essentia storage cell. So we put that in there, and now we can start storing Essentia. So if we take, for example, Metallum, which I have a ton of, we can store that digitally now, which is kind of awesome. As we continue on with this, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to hook up a couple different things. One, we're going to have an infusion provider here. So can we make that? Let's see, infusion provider. This thing, what it does is allows you to take the digital Essentia and provide it to the infusion altar, pretty much free of charge. So something we should have probably been doing is scanning this stuff, I realize. Actually, did that give me ordo? No. Essentia terminal. Break that, and we'll scan it. Scan this. Scan that. Let's break this one as well. Get all of our stuff, which is fine. I realized I wasn't wearing any of it, so we didn't actually get any of the bonuses, but that's okay. So put that in there. No, this stuff goes here. One goes in there. That goes there. But yeah, so this has one Essentia type, and unfortunately that's all it can store. Is 12 total types, and there's like 40 some types, so we'll need a couple of those. But hey, we can get pounce. So the only thing left is the figuring out how to get this unlocked, which we might need the Eldritch Epiphany for. I don't know. So let's see. Let's throw all this stuff in here, and let's see if we can't make the infusion provider. So what this requires, Essentia Mirror. We're going to need mirrored glass, which is mana glass panes. So do we have any mana glass? We do. Cool. So we're going to need a couple of these, and we're going to make an extra one. So 1, 2, 3. Then we need iron. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And ender pearls. And then we're also going to need Permentaccio, Aqua, and Eider. So what of those do we have? We have none of those in there. Let's throw the coalescence. Let's keep the coalescence cores on us for right now. And what do we have over here? So we're gonna need. So Essentia mirrors is what we're making. So let's bring that up. So the Essentia mirror is 8 of each, and we have none of them. Cool. So let's see. Now, actually, before we do that, let's make one last thing, which is a Essentia. No, it's a Essentia, if I can spell it, the import bus. 2 warded jars. And we need more mana glass, so let's just grab half a stack. We have a decent amount of mana, I do believe. So this shouldn't be too... Yeah, we have plenty of mana, so this should be pretty easy. And then we'll just do this. Mana glass is really hard to see, though. Yeah, we have a good bit of mana. That's good to know. So we'll just go ahead and make another warded jar. Throw that stuff in there. And then what else do we need for the import bus? We need a filtered Essentia tube, which is that with one of these guys, V filters. And we are out of stuff, so let's grab our other wand, which might have, yeah, we have enough in there. And then it's this, 2 warded jars, diffusion core, and some iron. Perfect. Import bus. And for right now, we're going to stick this right here, so that what we can do is pick up all these guys and dump their Essentia in here. Actually, we didn't even need to do that. I believe we can just do it right there. But the advantage of having this is we can soon enough attach it to the back of this guy. So we need iron permutatio and water. Water should be pretty easy. There's a lot of stuff that you can get it from. Cactus might be good. Clay isn't bad. If there was anything that had other stuff, that would be nice. But I think what we'll do, just for ease, is sugarcane, because we have a ton of that. So we need like half a stack of that. And that'll start filtering and all that kind of stuff. So that one is taken care of. Permutatio, copper is decent. Soybeans are probably the best, or honey drops, but we don't have enough honey. LV wire coils, anointing paste, that's a little expensive. So I think soybeans, which we don't have any over here. I don't have my flight armor on. Whoops. But let's see. So let's switch armor, get that out of there. And let's see if we have much soybeans. We don't have any in there. Do we have... We have a few. How are we doing on power, by the way? We are charging. Cool. So I guess let's just pop up here. I don't have soybeans on that, so we'll have to come over here and watering can, I guess, and grab some of these. So we need like half a stack of them. So let's grab it like this. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, sorry game. Sorry farm. So that's that. Just grab as many as we can. And that should be enough. So we can put those back, and we'll just kind of deal with this over here. So those go in there. And I don't have Thaumcraft armor, so I can't see. Air, herba, and water. What we need is the water. So we're only going to need 3 of these jars, 4 right now, to get the Essentia Mirrors. And there's the water. We will put the rest of them in here for right now. Just because I don't know if we're going to need them or not. So there's the Permutatio, and then Eider is the last thing, which I know Ender Pearls are great for, but transfer pipes are not bad. Fluid ducts aren't bad. Enderman heads or track. Do we have any track? I have 4. I have more pipes than that. I think boats would be good. Elevators are good. Ender Pearls are probably the best, other than item ducts. So we can make item ducts. Make 100 of those. I forgot that it's going to auto process. So we only need half a stack for right now. So once we get that, we can start working on everything. So there we go. We can start cooking these guys up. There's the Permutatio. And then Fames and Metas don't really care. And yeah, we will get the Eider eventually. So here is the Permutatio. Let's go ahead and start getting everything set up. So mirrored glass goes in the center. 1 Ender Pearl. Let's see, Ender Pearls. Two iron. 3 iron. Actually, I think it's better if you do it this way. So that should be fine. We need a little bit more iron. I think 2 more pieces. And then once we have... So that's 2 sets of this. So we should be able to go ahead and smack things and get things going. So take all the metallum, because I don't really want it. And let's go ahead and get this first thing done. It shouldn't be that difficult. We'll get the Essentia Mirrors and we'll scan that. Did I scan the mirror glass? I did not. I also didn't scan the this guy. Just kind of ruined my day with all the stuff it just threw into my inventory. Alright, there's the first mirror glass. Easy enough. Or Essentia Mirror, rather. So scan that. Get more aspects and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's see. All this stuff goes there. We'll just throw this stuff on and then we'll switch it back. So there's the first Essentia Mirror. Throw that guy in there. And same thing. So that works. We have enough, but I'd like to get the rest of the Eider at least. And we should be good to go. So I'll clean that up off camera. Let's just get this stuff done, and we'll get the Essentia Mirrors. And if we need to get, let's see, the actual infusion provider requires a lot of Machina, a lot of Magic, Ordo, and Permutatio. Everything else though is pretty easy. Let's get an interface cooking up. Actually get 5. And yeah, we'll get this taken care of. So those stack. That's nice. So there, there. Smack it. Shouldn't have any problems with this because it is a pretty minor infusion. We then just need to get the Machina. We'll need a stack of Machina, which we have half a stack, so shouldn't be too bad. I don't care about the Metallum anymore. And the reason, whoops, file, there we go. The reason I'm getting multiple of these is just because I don't want to risk not having enough stuff. So we get extra and everything's good. So let's grab the remainers out of there and we'll start working on getting the Essentia providers. So once we do that, we will end the episode and go from there. So let's see, we need 2 Essentia mirrors. Alright, we don't need this anymore. And this is going to make things a lot easier infusion-wise. So we need 2 coalescence cores. So we don't need any diffusion cores. We need Salus Mundus times 2, which balance shards I have 1 of, so I'll have to make another one. I can never remember what's the best way to get these. I know clay duplication is a thing, so I don't want to do that. Cobblestone. So cobblestone is good. Let's see. Recipe. Water we can get from sugarcane. That'll also give us air. So sugarcane, cobblestone. So there's air, water, earth, and Perdicio. And then we either need, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then fire we can get straight from blaze powder. Yeah. And then we just need Ordo shards. So let's get like 8 of these. Let's get a bucket of water. And let's see, 8 of these, which require 16 of each of these. So perfect. Clean it out, and we're good. Cool. So with that taken care of, we need 2 of these. We'll get 3 of these guys cooked up. Unfortunately, I don't have a furnace or anything over here. That is something we need to get. But that's kind of whatever. And let's see, what else do we need? We need 2 air shards. We only have 1. So the recipe for these is sandstone. So let's grab a bunch of sandstone. And yeah, that'll be enough. Just get a bunch. Doesn't really matter. So for the rest of this, we are going to be smelting up stuff. And the thing I want to do, by the way, something that I kind of have considered or been thinking about in this episode is we need to automate the shards, to be honest. Bees are a potential with that, but it's going to be a while before we can get bees up to that level. So yeah, I don't really want to go with bees. Oh, I forgot my Salus Mundus. Whoops. Alright, so what I've been thinking is kind of similar to this, where it's an automatic, something is breaking the blocks. I think we're going to do that again. We're going to use block placers and block breaker type stuff. Well, with a hammer, probably a diamond hammer, or even a flux infused hammer, just so it never wears out. Let's see, this requires 4 different things. So there's 3 containers. We'll get a 4th for a little bit extra Machina, just one thing. So we need to fill one of these up with Machina. And what's the best way to get that? Redstone alloy isn't bad. Redstone is actually really good. So let's just grab a stack of redstone. We have so much. We have 15k. God. So half a stack plus 8 for right now will be good enough. And let's see, we need magic. How much magic do we have? None. Alright, so magic, the best way to get that is potions. Netherwort is pretty good. Blaze rods are good. Or thaumium. Why are these so good? Oh, because they have a lot of ender pearls, which have magic. I think the best thing is probably gonna be blaze rods. Give us a bunch of fire though. Let's see, because we don't have many ender pearls, we can't use that. That would be a good source. So we just need a half a stack. How many netherwort do we have? We have 28. I need to start automating the farming of netherwort as well, which actually should be pretty easy. But I'll do that later. So let's see. How many blaze rods do we have? We don't have any blaze rods in here, so that's gonna be a no. What else? We could use shards, chiseled sandstone, pyrotheum dust. No, that's int twigs, rowan saplings. That might not be bad. There's another whole thing. I kind of missed that. Magic wax would be good if we had more of it, but I think the best thing is gonna be, wait, nether stars are actually really good for that. Also gives you ordo. No, that's too expensive. It's easy enough to get nether stars at this point, but it's still a little expensive. Whiffs of magic might be good, but I don't think we have many of those. Let's see what all we have in witchery. Witchery is actually good for getting magical stuff. We have we can do 16 rowan saplings. Burn these, and then we can do the netherwort as well. So let's grab 16 netherwort. And we'll just cook all this stuff up, and that'll give us everything we need. So we need to grab all of that. Potentially can go in there. We'll dump off. There's the stack of all of that, and let's see. Let's go ahead and put Potentia into our system. So yeah, that'll work. We then need ordo, which ordo comes from beeswax. Ooh, beeswax is actually really good. But we're gonna need to fly. So let's fly over here. I should have a decent amount of beeswax. There's 18 there. And yeah, I have stacks upon stacks of beeswax. So let's get 16. That'll give us quite a bit of ordo. And then finally, we need permutatio again, which I don't remember what we used for that before. It was soybeans. I don't think I want to do that this time. I think because we only need we need 16 of it. Honey drops, copper ingots are going to be the best. So let's get half a stack of that. And we need our stuff. Netherwort, let's get let's get just a little bit more of this. I think I'm going to add that to the farm between episodes as well. Just something kind of minor. So, let's see, there is all the herba. We need to dump off that stuff. And let's grab the rest of the magic. And Ordo. So, just trying to finish up this stuff. Ordo. I want just a little bit extra of all this stuff. Just because it's going to kind of serve us well if we do a little bit extra. 15. 16. And then herba we have a lot of. So as soon as that's done, I'm going to just dump all of this in here. So we're already up to, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. Is it 9? Okay, so we're already up to a lot of this stuff. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful with how much more we kind of get. But hey, we have a little bit extra permutatio. So this will be good relatively soon. We need 32 magic, 32 ordo, and 16 permutatio. So there is 32 magic. And we just need one more thing of permutatio, and I'd like one more of magic. Actually, we need 2 of permutatio. So while we're doing this, let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff kind of taken care of. So in the center is that, and then it's 2 Ascension Mirrors, 2 Salus Mundus, 2 Air Shards, 2 Coalescence. So there's those, Salus Mundus, and Coalescence Cores. Now this is a moderate infusion. We do have a lot of skulls underneath, so it shouldn't be too bad. But it's always better to be safe. So there's Ordo. And we'll get the rest of the permutatio momentarily. Some metallum goes in there. Ordo and permutatio. So we have technically enough. We also need the interface. I made 5 so I can increase our auto crafting ability. So put that there. And I just want one more set of this. There we go. We'll just store those there for now, and cool. Let's just take these back. Let's get our inventory sorted. And here goes nothing. So we need to get to a spot where we can see everything. That works. Alright, so if this works, infusions are going to be a lot easier. I can auto pump. Basically, I just store a bunch of Essentia and kind of do that off camera between episodes, whatever. Just whenever I get around to it. And then what we can do is whenever we need to infuse something, we just put the ingredients there and hit it, and the Applied Energistics system takes care of it. So this is a pretty big step. This is something that we don't necessarily need to do, but it is something that's nice to do. It's going to make things a lot easier like in the future, and yeah, it'll be fun. So one of the big things that is kind of going to be the next step is once I figure out how to get the infusion for the Ichor strapped Silverwood one, we're going to start working towards getting the other both trees. We're going to get Greatwood and Silverwood. And then we will work on getting... Okay, everything's good. It's taking the Ascension Mirror, Salus Mundus, One second, I'll finish that thought in just a moment. So there's that, and there's that. So it's just these 4 guys left. There goes the mirror, so we don't need the extra. Salus Mundus. There's the Coalescence Core, and then the Air Shard. So that was actually really nice. Didn't do anything. Cool. And we have the Infusion Provider. So this guy is awesome. So what it does is we put it down and it acts like these guys, so we don't have to use water jars anymore ever again. We just need to get everything into here, so that's the only catch. But what I'm gonna do between episodes is kind of work on cleaning up some of this area, cleaning up this guy, and we're gonna move him closer, I think over here. We're gonna start working towards a couple of different things. So first of all, like I was saying, we need to get the other trees, which is not fun to do. If we look at saplings, the Greatwood saplings are a dangerous infusion, and the Silverwood saplings are also a dangerous infusion, and the Ethereal Blooms are really nasty to get, I think. We should have that alchemy. Do we not have the Ethereal Blooms researched? Huh. I'm missing research. I'm not entirely sure where. But yeah, these guys, these are really hard to get. And we're going to need Greatwood saplings. Luckily, once we do this once, we should be able to get plenty of saplings. We're also going to need to do some other things. I don't know where the Ethereal Blooms are. I'm going to have to look into some of the stuff and see what the research is locked behind. But the Infusion Provider is basically going to go right here. Or I think it can go right here. I'm not sure. I can't fly. It's a good thing there's stuff underneath here. But we'll just put him right here for now. And I'm going to expand this platform and make it nice and safe and all that kind of fun stuff. But kind of the idea is we need to start working more into magic, getting all of our magic, the magical schools kind of leveled up, and start working on getting more and more stuff. Nodes are going to be really important relatively soon, so that is something we're going to want. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to want to get nodes so that we can recharge our wands, so that we can do some automatic stuff with that, and we're just going to go ham in Thaumcraft. But I don't think we're going to do that next episode. I think next time we're going to try to do some automation for a couple different things. One is automating the shards, because that would be really nice to have. And I think I'm also going to throw netherwort on the end of the farm, and that should be fine. I think if we just break this, in fact I'll do it right now. Just do something like this. I need to put some netherwort in here. I think right here. And the only question I have, I don't have a planter over there, so we're gonna have to get, I don't think netherwort grown on anything will work. That's gonna put a that's a flaw in my plan with this, so I don't know, maybe we'll go ahead and do it and I'll replant it every once in a while. I don't know. Or we can just put a planter. But that should work. And then I'll put it into the system. So I'll keep an eye on that and kind of decide. But we'll be cleaning up the base a little bit, just filling up drawers and whatnot, and kind of planning on a little bit more automation with Thaumcraft. But then I think I also want to start working on getting everything into the AE system that it can see. And start working on potentially an Enderman farm. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!